All right, we are officially live here with Mike Cannon, Hustle Hard fam, coming to us live from New Zealand, which is pretty awesome. It's kind of it's interesting trying to schedule these things sometimes, isn't it, Mike? Because I'm in Florida, so I'm
Yeah.
East Coast. Your New Zealand time zone. Your morning is kind of my late afternoon.
Yep.
So, but I really appreciate it. We got a lot of people. Oh, look, we have a special guest that just appeared here. Somebody that we know and absolutely adore very much. Lily, your wife, on
Yes.
cheering you on. Well, cool. Well, awesome, Mike. Well, I appreciate you doing this, and everybody who's here. Thanks for coming and joining this live broadcast. I think this is going to be really awesome. Mike is, you're going to learn more about him here in the interview, but he is a pro. I mean, he's absolutely a pro at day trading crypto, a pro at the micro profit system. He and his wife just have done an amazing job. And we're just honored to have you as part of the community, Mike. I know Lily, obviously, she's full time, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about how you do your stuff kind of part time. But both of you are absolute rock stars when it comes to day trading crypto. So, with that, because we're a couple minutes just a little bit behind, why don't we just go ahead and dive right into the interview? So, Mike, can you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you currently do for a living outside of day trading crypto?
Uh, well, for those who don't know me, my name is Mike. I'm originally from the U.S. I'm from North Carolina, um, and now I'm living in New Zealand, uh, and really enjoying life. Far as I'm a football coach over here, we do have American football here, in which I do. Train some of the guys for,
Awesome.
in which I do travel for that. Uh, from from where I live, I travel probably about an hour and a half for that. Maybe three times a week.
Wow.
Um, Also, I work full time as well. Um, Basically a system like what I do is I'm behind a computer all day anyway, but I do something like what they call systems coordinator. Um, I work for a firm, and we do what they call harvester heads, in which they use those to cut trees down, and um, so I dabble in that. Um, Sorry for being I'm a little bit nervous. So yeah, when I
Oh no.
back along. So, but
Everybody's here because they want to hear your story because I think it's awesome. And I mean, I know you are busy. And I know you do the coaching, the football coaching, you work a full-time job and then you day trade crypto and you're part-time. And I see some weeks where you beat Lily in her trading for the week. Trust me, that does not go unnoticed. You've got some sort of mojo, some sort of magic that you have, with doing it. But for everybody who's here and being introduced to you for the first time, because Lily is definitely more in the forefront. I mean, obviously being full time and she helps with the Zoom and stuff like that. But you've been trading, for a long time. How long have you been with iCoin Pro now, Mike?
I've been with Icon Pro now, going on 3 years. I started probably about a week before Lily did, so I
Oh,
was the big for the both of us. So when I got into it, she was a little bit skeptical, but she followed footsteps. So and I guess we can say we kind of she kind of learned off me from the beginning, but then we started learning off each other. So. Um, but yeah, I've been on almost 3 years now, and at this point, there's no turning back for me.
Yeah.
And iCoin Pro with the microprocessor system has really helped me a lot. And it's just amazing, amazing ride. The sacrifices that I had to make. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah, it has been awesome. I mean, we've you know, there's been a lot of expansion in the tools and the training. You know, you've been in
yeah,
right since the beginning, so you have literally learned with me. You know, as we've gone through and navigated the bull market, which means the market was going up, the bear market
yeah,
meaning it just kept going down.
yeah.
You know,
But
and then I call 2019 the blah market. It was just kind of, I don't know, whatever. But do you, now, when you originally got started with iCoin Pro, so you started a little bit before Lily, you kind of jumped in. Did you know anything about Bitcoin and crypto when you got involved, or was it something really new to you?
I had no clue, no clue whatsoever.
Wow.
Um, and when I was introduced to it by one of my other good friend, Lee, when she introduced us to it, it was like, what is this? You know, I was like, no, I'm not going to go into that or whatever. But then again, I sat down and she explained what she knew at the time, and I said, wait a minute, okay, this could work. So, um,
Oh,
and
wow.
it kind of just blew up from there. So, yeah, I had no clue what Bitcoin was, let alone what trading would be. I mean, for me, I wanted to trade when I wanted to learn how to trade, but
Mhm.
um, just didn't know the ins and out of it.
Yeah.
And since um, when I learned about iCoin Pro, it was like, wow, okay, that kind of makes a lot of sense to me now. You know, after seeing, I mean, I looked at Forex and I looked at all these other trading
Mhm.
platforms, and kind of like, that's something I really want to get into,
Mhm.
but just never thought I had the means or the money to do it. And then when I found out about iCoin Pro, and then I can only literally start with $100. I said, well, I can lose this. It won't phase me none.
Mhm.
Uh, but nah, I haven't lost that. So, and
You certainly
that's
have
back in
not
my
lost
pocket.
that. That was what they call a mega awesome investment, I think.
Yes, it has been. It has
um, so cool. Now you mentioned trading, and it's funny. You're a lot like me. I was on kind of a similar path too before iCoin Pro in 2017. I was looking into trading. Like I had that. I think everybody has that dream, or at some point has that dream of being a day trader. You know, and you hear about forex and you hear about different markets and stuff like that. And I was looking into that, but I had a situation where my mom was actually trying to learn how to trade. Just wanted to make like 60, 80 bucks a day, nothing big, you know, so she didn't have to work a part-time teaching job. And
Yeah,
oh my gosh, she was doing futures trading, which is another type of high risk trading. And because they do this stuff, Mike, where you have to leverage, which is you're borrowing money, basically, you know, she like lost half her balance in the morning. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, that sounds horrifying. Like I would never, like that, it just sounds like you're destined to lose doing a system like
yeah,
that.
and
So
that's what I was afraid of.
yeah, and it was funny. And then fortunately, I found crypto because of Paul D'Souza, the CEO. He had been talking to me about it. And then we had a mutual friend who also was buying up Bitcoin like crazy in early 2017. Very smart, very savvy business person. And then I just got fascinated with the day trading of it, you know, and that was where I just started working on that in about the beginning of 2017, and day trading, day trading, day trading. And that's where obviously the micro profit system came from. And that became something that we just kind of perfected into 2018. I mean, it really, and even with our latest tool, we did the Buddy Coin Crawler. We've just gotten, I think, better and better and better at what we do and how we focus and everything like that. But yeah, it's funny. We were on very similar journeys, and I'm so glad I went with crypto trading because Forex is hard. I hear about people blowing out accounts. You know what I'm saying? There was somebody the other day who had been trading Forex for 2 years and he was just break even and he was happy. I'm like, that is nuts. Like I would hate, like we trade for like a living. You know what I'm saying? Like if we had been break even for 2 years, that would be awful.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I would have gave up a long time ago if I'd have just broke even after even me after 2 months. If I'd have just been breaking, no, I'm saying no. This is not for me because I'm sitting here just wasting my time, and that's what I find. And with this, after 2 months, I was up and I had my $100 back into my pocket. So I was like, nah, I'm enjoying this. I'm loving this, and I'm gonna keep going. And just seeing where it actually taken me to this day, it's just been absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
look at this. You probably recognize Joven from the chat box and stuff like that. But he said, yeah, he was doing some Forex trading, and yeah, it's not fun. That does not happen with our trading system, the way we trade. And I'll give a disclaimer here, but it's difficult to do that with the way that I mean, like you would have to really try. I mean, I don't even know how that could happen, but it's totally different because we're not exposing ourselves to that type of risk. So everything that we do in iCoin Pro is really about managing risk. It's about reliable patterns. It's about things that we know have worked through every market condition. And we have been, Mike, I mean, you can attest to this. We have seen it all in these past 3 years. I don't think there's anything that we haven't seen at all. Now, let me ask you another quick question. How long did it take you before you felt like you had really mastered the micro profit system? Now, keep in mind, I mean, again, you were in at the beginning. So when we started, we had like one module. We now have a free training, which if anybody's interested in learning more, get back with the person who shared this video. They will get you a link to get a free training account. It is chock full of amazing value. Absolutely get that free training link because the people have used that free strategy to make money immediately, trading. But we have a free training, and now we have 9 modules. We have all our software. Our software we didn't release until January of 2018. So here we are in 2020. But how long do you feel like it took before you really felt like you had mastered it and you were really, really great as a trader, and you were being very consistent in what you were doing and kind of had a feel for the markets?
It didn't take me long at all to really grasp that first module. As you said, when we first started, there wasn't as many tools as it is today. When we first started, and it took me not even 2 months to master that module. And by then I was actually showing people exactly how to use it. And I do remember doing my first Zoom. I was nervous as ever, as I would be, but I actually showed people, and we actually went through a live trade, and I showed them exactly how to use it, what to look for, and at that time we was in a bear market and bull market, sorry, and I showed them, and it took me maybe 3 seconds to make that trade. And I said, this is all here. It teaches you everything that you need to learn and how to use it. And I was stoked myself. And it was just great. I mean, and from then I said, look, Lily, I get too nervous behind this. You're gonna have to take over these Zooms because I mean, I'm here to help you with computer background knowledge or whatever, something like that. But you're gonna have to be the face for us from now on. And that's how that's how she's just the front face for us. But
Yeah.
but
And
yeah,
I appreciate you coming out and doing this, because I know a lot of people want to hear from you and they want to hear your story, because I mean, it is an amazing story. It's just as amazing as when you hear Lily and Lee's story, who were some of the original founding members that just stuck with, the program, and what you and Lily have been able to do. And your kids trade now, they have that life skill to generate income for themselves. I mean, it's really an awesome story. Now, let me ask you another question. Okay. So you've been trading now for years. You're a pro. You know what you're looking for. I know some weeks are better than others. Some weeks are amazing. Some weeks are, there's just not as many trades, or you just trade whatever the market gives us is what we do. What's your best trading day you've ever had doing the micro profit system?
Oh man, it was earlier part this year. Actually, my best trading day was probably, I think I made over 3K in that one day.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't believe it, tell you the truth. And I was like, say what? I said it just reminded me from when we first started, how the market was like, just trades popping off left, right, and center, and it was just amazing. I think yesterday I had a really good day. I set about 10 trades, and all of them popped off yesterday. So
Wow.
I was really stoked about that one. So, and I think it was in BTC that, but not all those trades was in BTC. But yeah, yesterday was a really good day for me. But yeah, my best day was just a couple of months ago.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I know. And yeah, and it was all while I was still working. And we were still preparing for, I was preparing for the international side that we have for football. So I was in the mix of training them as well. But I had to use a lot of my alerts to this, the tools that I have, like Tab Trader. I know it's one that I set alerts on just to make sure that I can keep up with those while I'm on the road or something like that. And I'm able to set trades from that aspect as well. So it's a lot of things that I use to set my trades.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Mike. It's exciting to hear that. I mean, again, and I want everybody to understand that didn't happen overnight. Mike has been doing this for years. He started with $100, just like his wife, and compounded that money day in, day out. It's like Albert Einstein says, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay it, and that's how Mike's been able to get to where he is. And he's doing this part-time. So there's really no excuse, Mike. I mean, for anybody, and you're just such a great example of this. If they dedicate themselves and they practice and they learn the system and they work to master it, I mean, the sky's really the limit, for what a person can do with the micro profit system. I think it's awesome. But you're just such a great example because of being part-time and get in there. I mean, do you find some weeks being part-time you just don't have time to trade, or do you find you pretty much always find at least a trade or something, most of the weeks?
No, it's the sacrifices that I do make is that I get up early in the morning before I even go to work.
Okay.
I use that maybe an hour or so to have a look and see what the market's doing at that time. And I set my alerts then. So, and in between, like when I have breaks or free time while I'm at work, if my alerts have went off, and then I can go in and set a trade. My lunchtime, I rush home. I only work like 5 minutes down the road, so I rush home to come home to set a trade, and then I go back to work and I set my alerts. And once that's set off, maybe about 3 hours later, I'm back home again. So I'm back into it again, and then an hour after I do get home, I'm back on the road because I'm headed for training. So it's like I'm grateful for the tools that I know, the tools that I have, like the alerts that goes off. So all of that helps me in my busy time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of tools out there that you can have and that help you. You don't have to sit behind a computer all the time.
No.
You have these tools for you to help you during your trading journey, and everybody can use them, no matter what you're doing.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's great because it makes it so you don't have to be tied to a desk. You know what I'm saying? Or tied to the computer. I think a lot of people are afraid of that, like when they hear trading. But no, no, no. We show you how to set alerts. We show you the tools to use it. We also have our Trade Finder software, which shows you when things are going on. If you're sitting at your desk, it'll pop up when trades are happening, stuff like that. So all of the tools are there to help a person succeed, with the system.
Yeah,
So
it is.
awesome. So Mike, that's incredible. I'm just going to really quickly do a disclaimer here because we were talking about some just insane, awesome, super crazy results. I mean, I know your longer term story. I mean, you guys paid for house renovations, paid off debt. You guys have done so much, all from your trading profits. I mean, it's just, I love hearing your story, and it's something that people can do. They just need to practice. They need to learn. You're not from Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a degree in, well, maybe you do have a degree in finance, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like this was your,
No degrees
before
either.
you came into, okay. Before you came into iCoin Pro, it's like this was new. You learned from the system, you learned from the community, and then you practiced and you got better. And now you know what you're looking for. You know what you're doing. You get up, you look at the charts just like I do. We all do the same thing. That's what's the beauty of the micro profit system is somebody recently said it's like the McDonald's of trading. We're just very standardized. We know what we're doing. We know what we're looking for. When we see it, we go for it. And that's it. So let me give this disclaimer.
Yep.
Because it's important. People do need to understand there is risk in trading. If you're a lazy trader, you can have problems. If you have a losing trade and you never sell it, it can get worse. Those type of things you need to understand. But we build all that into the system to ensure that people protect themselves, that they practice proper risk management. Everything, our ladder buying strategy, you'll learn, it helps to totally protect you on trades. So, all right, hold on one second. So iCoin, this is the disclaimer, iCoin Pro, the iCoin Pro Trade Finder and its trainers provide an informational service only and are not responsible for any investments made applying this information. The results described are not typical and are not guarantees of future income. Any investment contains risk and is 100% the responsibility of the investor to assess the risks rewards involved. It is possible to lose some or all of your investment. We assume no liability, assumed or implied, for your application of the information shared from the training programs. Okay, good. So I'm glad we covered that. We want to keep everything above board, keep our legal requirements in there. So we make sure to use disclaimers liberally in everything that we do, and we'll also post that disclaimer on this video so people can see it. Now, Mike, how has the micro profit system changed your life from 2017, starting out, risking the $100, to get started to today, where you are in 2020? How has it changed your life?
In many ways, to tell you the truth. I was able to travel a little bit more since starting my trading journey. We actually traded our way to Vegas when we had the convention. We didn't have to pull no money out of our pocket, which was great. All of it come from the profits of from trading. And I remember the last convention we was at, I was actually trading at the convention while my wife was up there standing up there giving a presentation. And I said, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm just gonna sit here and sit in the back and trade. And Paul came up behind me and saw me doing some trades. So yeah, it's been fun for me. I mean, the whole journey. I enjoyed it so much. It's just been a phenomenal ride, and
Yeah.
and I can't express, how much I'm grateful for all those who that and I've met a lot of people as well along the way. You, Justin, Paul, some amazing people, and I thank you that I have for the system that we have. Uh, it's great. Um, Life is good, um, and just never thought I'd see myself at this point now.
Yeah.
If I would just work regularly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, it is awesome. And I'm so happy for you and for your family and what you've been able to do. I mean, it's given you guys so much more freedom, you're able to travel. You're able to do things that, I guess weren't in the budget before, but now the budget is looking pretty sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. Very sweet.
That's awesome. Well, cool. All right. Again, for anybody who's interested, after listening to Mike's journey here, if you're a person working a full-time job, listen, Lily, yes, his wife, she went full-time. She's trading. Some weeks Mike beats her. He wins. I mean, let's just be honest, right, Lily? I mean, you can comment on this, and vice versa. Of course, I'm sure it's tit for tat, sometimes, but I want people to understand this is something you can learn, something you can do part-time, working a full-time job. Mike makes a little sacrifice to get up early in the morning, look at the market, set some alerts, kind of get his trading day kind of prepared, before he goes off to work. And then things come up. He takes the trades, he sets his trades, he sets his sells, and then he's off and about his work, So, it's something that people can do, that are part-time. So if you are excited about this, you want to learn more, probably somebody who shared this video with you, they can help you get started. You can get a free training account for iCoin Pro. You can start your journey totally for free. You can learn your first money-making strategy absolutely for free. Mike, we teach them buy the dip and resistance levels. I mean, like, how valuable is that in the free training? It's crazy what people can learn. But, to become a pro, you do need the full training. When you're doing those, you want to go for just small profits because you're not looking at the big picture. Like, Mike knows how to look at the charts and see whether we can push for more profit right now, or we need to be really, really conservative and just go for small profits, because he knows how to look at the charts. He knows how to see where the coins are because he's a pro trader with the system. Anyway, get back with the person who shared this video with you. They'll be more than happy to share that link, help you get started on your journey for free. And again, if anybody has questions for Mike, let's go ahead and throw those questions in there now in the chat, and we'll dig through here and we'll go ahead and let Mike answer some of those questions. All right. All right, let's talk about, I got 2 more questions for you, and then we'll get to the questions that are coming through in the comments. This is my next question for you, Mike. What can new people expect when they join iCoin Pro now versus, obviously in 2017, we didn't have as much training tools, community, chat box, forum, technology. I mean, but what can new people expect now when they get started with iCoin Pro?
What they can expect now is a lot of they can get a lot of help. Even then, when we first started, we did get help, and a lot of understanding. But now it's more there for those who, I guess, they're different with learning different strategies. More ways of more people like to maybe read something and they learn it quicker than someone actually telling them how to do something. Like when we first learned, it was more we was shown, but more of reading. But I guess it with the tools that we have today is more explained. I would say it's more explained and more in depth, in which now even I go back to the first modules that we have, I go back to those and I read those over and over and over again. Because there's always more value in when you revisit. Don't ever just read something, think you mastered it. Because sometimes you lose focus on a lot of on some strategies when you're trying to learn another one. So it's good that you can go back and look into older the older strategies and learn with the new. Um, and with all new chat forum that we have, you got people of like minds.
Mhm.
They put in their questions. It could be a question that you wanted to ask, but you were scared to ask. But some people are not. And we got people there that will answer those for you. There's and that we have the new chat box that's there as well, where people can live chat. You can ask questions there, and we there in the back office there as well to answer any question that you have. Um, and and I guess with we have there's so much. I mean, it's hard to explain, but from when I started, yeah, it's just so much.
We have evolved.
A lot of value has been added.
Yep.
So yeah.
Awesome. And do you feel like, the micro profit system, if somebody, studies it and practices it, do you feel like it's something that anybody can learn? I mean, of any background?
Anybody can learn the micro profit system. Anybody, no matter what your background is. I had no trading background whatsoever. Nothing. Um, I mean, I knew what a stock market was. I've seen it, but how those guys do it? No, I had no knowledge of whatsoever, none. And then after I learned the micro profit system, I see it's still going to take some time to learn everything, but
Yeah.
it's everything's there for you. Everything's there, tools and all.
Yeah, I try to tell people to treat it like a trade school, but a lot shorter is what it is. So when you're ready to dig in and learn, I mean, it's a potential career path for people. So
Yes.
just treat it that way, and you'll have the right mindset right from the very beginning. So, Mike, this has been awesome. Again, anybody who's watching this, somebody may have shared this with you. If you want to learn more, get back with the person who shared the video. They'll get you the free trading account, so you can go ahead and get rolling with that, and start your first step of the journey completely for free. And it just becomes really natural to just start taking the next steps. You can even use the free strategy to make money to pay for your first membership. I mean, that's the whole idea and what we were intended to do with releasing the first strategy. So, Mike, we got a couple questions here. So I want to just go through and we'll pick them out here. This was Lindley. We know Lindley. Hey, Lindley, thank you for being here. He was asking, when you were talking about you had the 3K day recently, your best trading day. He was asking if that was the buy the dip strategy.
Yes, that was buy the dip strategy, and more or less a little bit of ladder buying as well within that. So that was buy the dip. That was a strategy I did use. Also, but not on my 3K day. Was when I like to do a lot of squeezes. That's a territory my wife she's not accustomed to, or she's not I say used to. She still ain't used to it really. Squeezes me. That's me. I love squeezes. But by the dip strategy, yeah, that was my strategy for that day.
Awesome.
That was one of the.
Awesome. All right. We got another question from this character. I think we're all.
And you know I am. Me and my
Yeah.
whole team. We looking forward to the day we go to Vegas again.
Man,
And I heard they starting to open up over there too.
they are. I'm looking forward to traveling anywhere right now. I'll be honest with you. I think everybody is, but yeah, no, we're definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to that next Vegas convention. That's going to be so fun.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Joven has a very important question. Can I call you Money Mike? Sure. I think you'll have to change your forum name to Money Mike now. I think that's what you got to use there now. All right, here's another question from a little more serious from Lindley. What was the first module that you learned?
The first module was by the DIP strategy. Yep. That was my first module that I learned. And and the squeeze, which was those was the only two modules I think when we first started. So yeah, the DIP was the first module.
That's when you first mastered and really felt good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Awesome. We've got another Hustle Hard family member here, Annalisa. She's saying, what's the best thing that's happened to you on this journey?
The best thing that happened to me on this journey is the people that I met on my journey.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about what happened. I made friends for life.
Yep.
I guess without meeting them, I probably wouldn't be where I am today.
It is like a family, and everybody knows that's in iCoin Pro. When you come into this and you dedicate yourself to this, we're going to dedicate ourselves to you, and helping you succeed. Yeah. We have lifted up so many people, and more coming. It's been an amazing journey, and we've only gotten better over 3 years. I mean, Mike and Lily and Lee and Annalisa. I mean, these were some of the original members that helped us kind of blaze this trail. Mike, Lily, and Lee really stuck it out, and that's why they are where they are today. But now other people are catching up. I mean, they're building their accounts, and we have more and more people going full time now, and more stories to interview and share. So, but yeah, I totally agree. It's just been fun. I mean, it's been fun working with you, Mike, and everybody that's been in iCoin Pro. It's really attracted some amazing individuals. I think people who wanted something real, and not more, online marketing BS, and all that sort of stuff. They were looking for something real and legitimate, and we found a home here with iCoin Pro. That's for sure. All right, more important questions for Mike. Mike, I think you have officially gotten the most questions so far out of anybody. So they're just coming flying in here. This is Don Roach. We know Don. Don, you're awesome. Mike, are you a Panthers fan?
Man, I'm through and through. All the way.
I think he might have known that already. I think he might have known.
I think he has too.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Probably being able to. Let's see here. I'm just looking at some of these comments. Being able to profit while learning is a great incentive, and that is the truth. I mean, to stay profitable while you're learning, is awesome. Absolutely. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, more comments from the Peanut Gallery. Money Mike sounds like a rapper name. Okay. I think that's a good name for the forum for sure. All right. Let's see here. Awesome. All right, great. Well, I think that covers it. Again, Mike, I want to thank you so much for doing this interview. This is important to do. It's inspirational not only for new people who are learning about iCoin Pro, and building that confidence that this is something real that they can do, something legitimate that they can learn, a skill, that they don't have to have a special background, or they can be working a job and still trade and make money. Okay. Hold on. We got another question here that we'll address here. But I think it's really, really important for people to understand that and learn, learn what this is from all the different people that are in this community. And that's why we're going to continue to do these. But it's also inspirational for people who are in and on this journey to know where they can go with this. Once they really master the system and become a pro, it's something that's really, really awesome. Here's a question, Mike. And this was somebody in the Facebook group. They asked, what was your worst day? I think that's a great question to ask. We've all had days where we've had losses,
What was my, well, to tell you the truth, I think my worst day, it was maybe about a year ago, I think it was. Something I hate to do when I am trading is hodl. I had to hold on to a coin, and I think I held on up for that for probably 2 months. I just don't want to sell at a loss. I don't. I hate it. I don't want to. But I think I end up selling it then at a loss. And at that time when I sold it, I only lost $10. So that didn't faze me at all. That's the worst day I think I ever had, was I lost $10. And I don't really talk about it too much to the wife because I don't want her to know. But thanks for asking me that question. Well, now she knows. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, that was my worst day. It was a $10 loss.
It's funny. There's in trading, there is risk. I mean, you can have a loss, but I mean, if people just follow the strategies, follow the risk management that we teach, like, do you go all in on every trade you do? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no. We teach how to do this for real. We have been doing this for years, and it works. So you got a little garbled there, but the bottom line was it was a $10 loss. You ended up selling it, and that was that. So, which is incredible. I mean, incredible. All right, this is another question. Maybe now we got questions for Lily. You have gotten the most questions. I don't know. You're just super popular. So now we're gonna have to bring you on again next week. No.
I think she's gonna have to come back on next week.
Yeah, I think she is. Yep, for sure. Anyway, I do not think Lily never loses a trade. I don't think Mike never loses a trade. But I think we can go pretty long spaces of time where we are lossless with this system. I know myself personally. I'm a snob. We teach you how to be a trade snob. So you just look for the perfect setups. The market makes an extreme move, and what's going to happen after that. And because we're not trying to make a home run here. We're trying for little base hits. 0.5% here, 1% here. When you get good, sometimes it'll be a 2 or 3% trade. You know what I'm saying? And then just compounding and doing that over and over again. That's why I think that we run at obviously, Mike, you are massively net profitable in your trading, massively net profitable. There's just no other way to put it.
Yeah.
So,
I guess to answer his question is that I never asked her any questions about her trading.
Yeah. She says this, though. She says he made it back in a few, so you're all good now. So you've been forgiven. All right, here's an interesting question. Monica Pico is asking, what is the general downside or loss potential? We have risk, if a person, generally we find a lot of times, and Mike, you can, comment on this too. When a person has a loss, generally they just weren't being patient enough with the trade and really waiting for what we show, in the trade. Sometimes it's a new person, learning, and that's going to happen, and that's okay. That's why we teach people to start out just practice trading with no money at all. And then what you do is you're going to, once you're winning and you're spotting the trades and you kind of run through the fire drill multiple times, then maybe start trading with $100 till you're really consistently increasing that. And then you can scale from there. But one thing that we always talk about is once you made back your seed money, take that out. Once you've doubled it, take it out, because then you're just playing with house money from there. Okay. That doesn't mean to take any risk. It means to follow the system to a T. And I think every trader that's in the micro profit system, that has been trading for a long time, has had a moment where they tried something different. You know what I'm saying? Or they tried something that they got in too early. They jumped the gun. They learned, through that, and they've had a loss. I mean, absolutely. The whole micro profit system is based on my blood, sweat, and tears. I have had my nose bloodied so many times to develop this system, to what it is today, to help everybody else not make those mistakes. So that's what it is. The general downside or loss potential, again, whenever in the trainings, we can't give specific, investment advice to people. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to train you on general good principles so you can make your own decisions and be your own trader, your own person. But we recommend never going beyond a 5%, 10% max loss on a trade. But again, because you're not putting your whole balance into every trade, it'll be a portion of your trade. So a small portion of that, and it kind of, minimizes it. But as you become a pro too, there are certain times when a trade might go a little down, but because you are already trading at a potential bottom area for that coin, there's a high probability it's going to come back out and you're going to get out of that trade. I've had that happen at times, but I didn't panic because I knew where I was with that coin because of the professional training that you get to, really analyze where the market is. So you are in control 100%, of what's happening with your trades. And we teach you how to do it, absolutely, exactly what to do and how to handle. Even when things go against you, we have a strategy where you can take a trade that rapidly goes against you and turn that into a massive winning trade. And that's called ladder buying. And that's one of my absolute favorite things, in the micro profit system. So, yep. But yep, you don't want to go too far. You don't want to hold on to things forever because things can go down, and it's easy to recover from, a small loss. And move on. It's very easy to recover and make that up in the next couple of trades. Cool. All right, Mike, I think that's everything. Boy, this was a longer interview, so this was awesome. Again, everybody, thank you for coming out, for the comments, everything like that, the questions, we really appreciate it. Mike, anything you want to comment on the general downside or loss potential before we go ahead and wrap this up?
I just stick to the micro profit system. Just stick to that. You can't go wrong.
Nope. It's been tested and proven through there cannot be more extreme market conditions than what we have been through. Even that March 12th day where Bitcoin dropped 44% in a day, and a lot of our people had their best trading days on that day. Because of how we trade and what we do. So, all right, Mike, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Oh, go ahead. Did you have one more thing you wanted to add?
Not from me. I think I done took up enough time now.
I think everybody wants to keep you on here and keep asking you questions indefinitely, but Mike's got to go. It's early there. He's ready to get his day rocking and stuff like that. I hope we didn't use your chart watching time here this morning, but we might have, but that's all right. It was awesome. And everybody appreciates you so much, Mike, and doing this interview and everything. I appreciate it. Everything that you've done to support the community and help out the new traders that are on your team and everything. So, it's awesome. Everybody appreciates you and your wife and everything that you do. So with that, guys, have a great day. Again, if you're interested, you saw this video, somebody shared it with you, just get back with them. They will get you a link. It's get a free training account. There's no risk at all. Okay. There's no gotcha. You can start learning your first strategy for free, and then start your journey there and see that it works and understand that it works, get plugged in the community and go from there. All right. Awesome, everybody. You guys have a great afternoon. Mike, thank you again. You have a great day. And we'll see you on the next live interview with one of our awesome pro traders. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.